Hello, it is Allie J. Welcome back to my channel. I've got a different vibe today and just wanted to be super relaxed and a little zen. That's what I needed as this video was being filmed. So later on, I talk a little about this particular evening, which usually I do my videos in the morning or just throughout the day. This one is taking place after just a long week, really, but in the evening, and just trying to get everything done in the kitchen. The kitchen, I do think it's like the heart of the home, and because of that, it kind of just carries the brunt of all the dirtiness, and it's where everything just gets kind of dumped on the daily. So it had been a long week and the kitchen just hadn't gotten any love, so I'm bringing you along as we give it the love and attention that it deserves and desperately needed. Bottle there is filled with my thieves cleaner, and I've started using Branch Basics for pretty much all the cleaning in the house. I've had this thieves for a while, and the great thing about thieves and Branch Basics, honestly, is that you get a bottle of this concentrated cleaner and you can use it for so long. It just lasts and lasts because you put, like a cap full, and then the rest is filled with water, so it lasts forever. All right, I was trying to be a superhero and carry every single... I did it. I didn't drop any of them, so give myself a round of applause on that. Prepping to do our produce prep. That is the Branch Basics that I had put some in already, and then I just added a dash more just as a produce cleaner, and that's what I use always to clean all of the produce. As you can see, it's a lot. There's a lot. So we have groceries, which is great, but they need to be prepped. Anytime I have them prepped, everyone, kids, adults, everyone is just more likely to go in and grab the fruit and veggies as a snack than if they're in those plastic containers and they have to be washed and all of that. So that's what I'm doing right now, getting it ready for the week. raspberries in particular, when you go to dry them, just be super gentle because they're very fragile and will easily smash. But you want to try and get them as dry as possible. Just be gentle with them. Give them the love and care they deserve, and they should be all good. Those are paper towels that I put in the bottom just to help absorb any sort of moisture to keep them fresher for longer. And then I fill them up. So I had the really big ones, and as I was looking at the blackberries and the raspberries, I'm like, that's going to be a little too much, too large for as many blackberries and raspberries as I had. So I found some smaller containers for those, and that worked perfectly. These with the strawberries, they're one of the easiest ones to prep. Just cutting off the top. Sometimes I'll cut them into like halves or quarters, but I feel like they stay fresher and just better tasting if I just cut the green tops off of them and keep them kind of all whole. So that's what I did today. Something super interesting that I just recently learned about carrots, and it's also very helpful and makes life easier. As you can see, I am not peeling these carrots, and what I've learned is that the outer layer of carrots is the most nutrient dense, so it contains the most amounts of vitamin C and niacin and beta carotene. Of course, all of those things are found inside as well, but there's a higher concentration of them on the peel, if you will, so that outside of it. So I try and just wash them well, and then I cut them up, but I don't peel the carrots, so it makes my life easier and it's more nutritious, so it's a win-win. With the carrots, I do not put the paper towel in the bottom. I just cut them and then fill that entire thing with water, and that helps just keep them crunchy, fresher, all of those things. So carrots are super, super easy to prep for the week. embarrassed about the amount of plastic. So one of the things with doing the Walmart pickup is I'm not the one going in. So everything, well, even just fruits, berries and things that are in plastic containers. And then you've got the plastic bags for the zucchini and cucumbers and all of that. So I would love to minimize that. And I just haven't found a good way to make that happen. So if anybody has ideas on that or things that you do to minimize your plastic consumption when just trying to get healthier foods, I'm like, oh, okay, so you're winning in one aspect of healthy food and just feeding yourself nutritious things, but then you have this other side of it that is not good for the environment. And so I just, unless I'm growing it myself, which I am not great, and I don't have a ton of space, those are great excuses. And I am hoping one day I could learn to garden, and it would be amazing to be able to grow all of our own produce. We're just not in that space right now. So any ideas for minimizing plastic consumption, let me know. Sure you can see on my face randomly throughout this video my exhaustion, but this was not my greatest evening of working smarter and not harder. So I'm like, okay, I got everything prepped, and then I'm going into the refrigerator and then I see I had all these bell peppers and I'm like, oh my gosh, okay, well I just cleaned all of my prep stuff to wash everything, and so then I had to pull in. I don't know how many times I washed that. I don't know. And the knife that I was using, I washed it a couple different times, so I was clearly exhausted and I wasn't thinking the greatest, but I got it done, which is the most important part. So it did get completed. The fridge got cleaned out. All of that's good. It just took me longer than it should have if I had a little more sleep in me, I think. If you've been around my channel for any amount of time, you know I love a good decanter. So I try to make things look pretty, but also super functional. This is one of those things. So having our protein powders, that container there, I got it a couple years ago, but it was just from Target, and I thought they were so pretty. So that's like our vitamin supplement section of the house, and just putting them in little jars, it makes it look nice. And it takes, 30 seconds to do it. So no reason not to do it. And when you walk out in the morning, it's like, oh, look how pretty. Snuggles from Little Man, he came out and was saying, Mom, I think I'm sick. Feel me, I feel so hot. So he loves pretending, though sometimes you're like, do you really? Are you okay? Are you sick? Are you warm? I don't even know right now. He was good. All right, who else loves a good garbage disposal clean out? Oh my goodness. It's the little things, and this is one of those little things. So we have these little balls. I also have these little, I guess they're powder inside. I don't know, but you put the powder down and then it foams up and the foam comes out the other side. Super satisfying. I didn't have any of those, but I just put them on my next Walmart order, so I'm going to do it in a video coming up. If you've never done it, it's very satisfying. It helps just freshen everything up, get any gross particles down inside their nastiness, just get it out of there and just freshen up. I try and do it once a week, and it is so nice. So nice, and it immediately, you can smell this one's like a lemony smell, and it's so good. So I talked a couple months back about my vacuum. So this is the Dyson I'm using. I had in the, I don't know, whatever video it was a couple of videos back, and I was talking about how this Dyson, it wasn't working. And it wasn't. I'd hold it down and it would just turn off, and it wasn't sucking anything up. And we did all the things. I got new filters for it. We took the entire thing apart and we cleaned it, and I don't know. Well, then we had kind of let it just sit for a while, and we were using the Shark vacuum that we had gotten. And then I'm like, you know what? Let me just give it a go again. I'm going to try it. And magically, it has been working great again. So I don't know what happened, but I'm thankful because I love a cordless vacuum. So nice. Oh. Got it clean, and I was so thankful, and it wasn't quite dark yet. That's the beauty of summertime. Okay, here, this is real life at its best. So, I don't know if you have these days. This week has been wildly crazy, and we made it through. So I'm thrilled about that. But I came home tonight, and all I wanted to do was just take a shower and get in my pajamas and call it a day. And it's, I don't know, it's 8:30. I have not showered yet. I am not in my pajamas, but I am about to call it a day. This week, everybody, summertime, it always sounds, oh, it's going to be great and amazing. And it is, but it just ends up being a little crazier than I would like. And I don't know about you, but I thrive with a routine. I enjoy once fall hits and the routine of things. I love summer. I love the extra time, but sometimes it can be a lot. This week, the girls were in a dance camp. I was teaching dance at the dance camp, which I don't do all the time. So it takes it out of me. There's a lot of prep. Back in the day when I was a full-time dance teacher, I'm like, oh, it was easy going into class, and because I did it every day. I didn't even have to think about it. Now, that is not the case. So there's a lot more prep. I get a lot more nervous with it. I love it, and it fills my soul. So that all is amazing. But it is a lot of work and prep, and my body just isn't used to it either. But it was great. All of that was great. The parts of it that can be trickier, my son Leland has therapies, and this week he had 3 days. So getting him to his therapies, getting the girls to dance, I have to teach, so I need, I need help watching him. And so just figuring out everybody's schedule and then getting the help. My mom is a saint, and she always just hops in and helps. So that was awesome. The other thing is, I don't want to spend $1 million eating out. So what does that mean? It means that you have to meal prep. Love my app, Plan to Eat. I've talked about it numerous times. That's what I use always, and it helps just get everything scheduled and done and ready and good. So I did that, but then every night we'd get home and I would clean out everyone's lunch boxes and then repack for the next day, including myself. So there were 5 of us that we were doing every night. And I know some people do that all the time. That is not my normal routine. So it was a lot to get it all done. I taught today, and then once we were done, I had scheduled a Walmart grocery pickup. Fantastic. So easy. Brought it home. If I do not prep our produce and, do the washing and cutting and putting it in jars just to make it as easy as possible, the kids for sure do not eat as much fruit and vegetables as they would if I had prepped it all. So it was the last thing, like I said, I wanted to do tonight, but I thought I got to get this house. It's just kind of all gone to the wayside. Sorry, the neighbor's dog just tapped out and has a lot to say, obviously. So that is this video today. It's just the evening after a long day, after a long week, and it's the last thing you want to do, but it feels so good once you do it. And that's where I am right now. I'm sitting outside for a minute, and I'm going to go make myself a big ice water, take a lovely shower, and hop in bed and snuggle with my husband. That's all I want to do right now. So that is the plan. I hope everyone's having the most amazing week. I have to thank you guys always for watching my videos. It would mean the world if you gave this video a thumbs up. If you watched any of my other videos, that would be amazing. If you subscribe to my channel, I don't even know. Those who have already, I just want to thank you a million times. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's awesome to have you as part of the Allie J family. As always, you know what I'm going to say. Thanks for joining me on my little corner of YouTube. Bye.